It's ladies like what? It must be Sarah on the mic. With sweet little Holly, got the sugar, got the spice. We're keeping us tight, we're guests on the night. Linked up with Urban Spirit Studio. That's right. And I'm not a rookie on this all-star team. Me and Holly get your hook like we're fishing for green. This is home, never leaving us talent alone. Yes, it is my city, it's my throne.
Today's episode, we're going to be talking about the expectations of women, continuing on in our series.
Yes, we're one trick pony, as they call them.
So today is about slut shaming and the word slag.
Yeah, because I find often, what is the difference in a man's view of being sexy or a slag? Like, what defines you as being a slag, and what is a slag? Why are you one of them things?
Do you know what? What comes to my mind is like, is it Ludacris, the rapper? I want a lady in the streets, but a freak in the bed.
Oh dear me!
I know that's what he says. So maybe that is the difference.
I feel like that's a common theme with men. It's only that if they say it is, and then if they say it is, then God, that's what you are, and that's it.
Yeah, it's sort of like when it comes to, it's like there's a thin line sometimes with regards to being a slut or a slag. Like, guys always seem to want to, do you know, I always find it hard when I start the sentence with guys want to, but it's because obviously I'm generalising things, and don't get triggered, you know, don't get triggered. This is just a generalisation. But when you see a lot of guys, they want to be with a woman who is like half naked, and they want to have sex with her on the first night, and they're into all of these things, but then next thing you know, they want to call you a slag.
Yeah, and I feel like you're only labelled that when you say no to them. I don't know about your experiences, but my experience, say when you're in the club with someone, and they're trying to stick it on you, you're like, no thanks love, I'm alright, you're not a bit of me. I'm not looking for that kind of
I'm in a relationship,
I've got a boyfriend, and all of a sudden, slag anyway.
Yeah, oh, you're a slag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why, just because I said no, is that your ego that I've bruised?
Well, guys like to drop that as well. Like, they'll also say, oh, so what, are you a lesbian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want this.
You don't want this.
You must be a lesbian.
You must be. And it's like, well, no. But then even if you said to them, because I've said that before, like, this is like back in the day, and I say to guys, no, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in guys. I'm a lesbian. And straight away they'll be like, oh, let me see you kiss your girlfriend then. And, you know, and it's one of those where they want situations, they kind of want it on a plate, don't they? And
it's almost like you can't say no, really, because either way they're going to take it wrong. So you just got to,
it's like you can't win.
Works if you just like do something really weird. Say like you stood there, say come on, you give me some.
I don't even know, like, hi, you all right? What's your name? But is that what you do just to get rid of a guy?
Well, then they leave you alone because they think weirdo.
Start freaking out.
Yeah, just start freaking out. Just do something really strange.
Something bizarre.
Just, like, leave you alone.
Maybe start clucking like chickens or something.
Yeah, do something like that, or like just
they might like that. You look sassy.
Then they're like, oh yeah, she's weird. She's obviously got problems. We'll probably leave her alone. Thank you.
Yeah, but yeah, guys, I don't know what it is. They want like a woman that is so sexually experienced, really sexy, on the outlook as well, especially like when they want to pick you up. But then also they want you to have a body count of 0, but you know, but be able to know how to throw it down in the room.
You've got to be mine and only you've been with me. But I don't really want a virgin. But you have to be a virgin, but not a virgin.
Yeah, but then you also
have to know exactly what you're doing, and I want you in the exact underwear for me as well. So you've obviously had that, but you've had that for someone else. Who have you had that underwear for? That weren't me.
Yeah.
God, it's like, you can't freaking win.
So yeah, guys, we don't know what it is that you want.
Yeah,
what it is that you want, and it's also one of those where I've had it, especially since doing this podcast as well. Like, people will comment about, say, like my body or something. They will say something like, oh yeah, it's all right you saying that, you got your boobs out, and you know, it's like you're not allowed to speak about anything, or you're not allowed to look in any way remotely, not even like I'm not trying to be sexy or anything like that, but you know, you've got a little bit of a cleavage that is sticking out, and then all of a sudden you can't say that now because you've got your tits out.
Yeah, you can't have an opinion.
Yeah, it's like
your badonkas are staring at me, you can't have an opinion. I ain't listening, I'm looking at them anyways.
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah.
So you can't talk about women being sexualized when you've got your boobs out because I'm going to automatically sexualise you.
Because as well, if you've not, and if you don't go to the club with in a mini skirt that's a belt, then you're boring. Then I don't want to go with you. You're boring. You're a Tory. You have that one. You must support the Tories because you're very boring and you don't wear things that fun girls wear. But if I stick it on you and you say no and you're wearing fun girl things, then slag butters anyway.
Yes. I just don't understand the whole culture when it comes to again, there's going to be so many pauses in this podcast. I just don't understand it because like say on the outset, guys love to look at like half naked women.
It's fine when celebrities do it, they're not slags.
Yeah, 100%. They'll see them on stage. They look absolutely amazing, and they'll have posters of them, and all in music videos, and that's not classified as being a slut.
Exactly.
But then when that's something that you're seeing constantly, and then you want to dress not even the same as that, but a little bit like that.
Also, why does what you wear make you? What even is a slut? You've made that up. It's a made-up construct. What even? Get over yourselves.
Well, yeah, you literally could be somebody who sleeps around wearing a tracksuit, but then I guess you're more undercover. It's just all these assumptions that people have of people.
I just think it's ridiculous. And I've got someone said this, so let's hear a bit of this. Because I've got some research here and I want to know your opinion on this and how this individual unpicked the whole situation. Again, opinion. I don't care what you think. It's not factual. This is an opinion, my friend. So someone said, slutty has a certain pushy desperation. People focus too much on any one action, style of dress or behaviour to label whilst missing the point that underlying it is an attitude. Sexy is grounded, it is an awareness of context. Slutty is flirting for attention or lacking consideration of an audience.
Oh,
so that's out of Romeo and Juliet, isn't it? That's like very in...
Yeah, so that's their definition of the difference between slutty and sexy. I guess in a way, I'd agree with that because you could look at slutty as if it's not as classy as sexy, because to be sexy, it's more... I say it's something that's from within that comes out.
It's personal preference. Like, say you're a man, you might think, a girl picking her nose and eating it, that's sexy. God, that's turning me on. Hypothetically, obviously, probably not. But then another man could think, oh no, she's giving me the eyes and she's very mature and like she's not giving it to me at all. That's sexy. So I just feel like the whole thing is very opinion based, and it's just all like. Just life's too short. Do what you want. If you don't, just live your life. Be you. If someone finds you sexy, cheers, love.
Yeah, I mean, to go back to the quote, I feel like it's more what they're trying to say is like, slutty is like, okay, then you're in a relationship with your partner and your friend comes along, and regardless of what they're wearing, doesn't matter what they're wearing, it's the attitude that they're bringing with it. So they're overly trying to get attention off your partner. They're overly flirtatious with him. They're being quite explicitly inappropriate. That I guess that's what the point they was trying to get to is a little bit, that's more slutty. It's not classy. Whereas sexy, you could literally just be, I don't know, you've been in the garden and you've just got your trackies on or whatever. But it's something that's coming, like the sneeze.
Continue.
That was so cute. What was that sneeze?
Don't know, something. It's really irked me, this as, and I think it's trying to come out my nostril.
It was so cute. But yeah, I think then sexy is something that everybody can sort of embody and represent. So it doesn't really matter with what you're wearing. It's just how you are with, like, it could be a confidence, because sexy in some respects, I think we kind of blur the lines of sexy is we think because it starts with a S-E-X, it's somebody that we find sexually attractive. But I can find a lot of women, I think, do you know what, she's quite sexy. It's the confidence that they bring forward, or the way that they're speaking, the way that they carry themselves, the way, I don't know, the sort of like empowerment that I feel that they can bring.
That's something that I haven't realised until you said that as well, that sexy doesn't mean sex. It doesn't mean that kind of sexy. No. It could be just, you're admirable.
Yes.
And that would be nice.
And I think that's where it's difficult, where we look at blurring the lines of slutty and sexy, where everybody's sort of trying to empower themselves as, no, let's empower this word slut, and we can be slutty. And it's not really that's what you're trying to empower. You're just trying to empower just you being essentially the authentic side of you, which is attractive, and that's what's sexy.
And I quite like the idea, though, of empowering the word slutty and be like, well, frick all you, I'm going to spin this word on its head and I'm going to give some power to it, and I'm going to walk around with a t-shirt with slut on it.
See, I don't.
And just not really care what you think and just be like a massive frick off. I quite like that.
See, I'm the total opposite of that, only because, you know, certain words have a certain connotation, and no matter how much we try and empower it, it's like the N word. I hate it, and I'm not going to try and empower that word to turn it around into something when historically this is what it's known for.
See,
and I'm the same way.
Completely opposite with that.
I know.
I'm completely opposite. I think, right, you've made me think this for all this time. Here, have this, like, just a little bit, like, just spin a bit Vivienne Westwood-esque. She was very much like this, and just spinning it on its head a little bit and being just like, history might have said this, but who made this up? It's a made-up construct, and you're feeding it down our necks, and if this don't change, society will never change. Like, we'll just go back this forever. The only reason why we've got growth in society is because someone stood up and said, no, this ain't right, and then people have followed it, and it's been like an act that people have followed, and like, that's why eventually it will change and we won't have that meaning anymore.
In a way, yeah, I understand that. And then in the other aspects, I would say to try and just re-empower the word by changing it, that doesn't really give it the power. I think it gives more power by saying, I don't accept that, and this is the word that I'm not going to be called, and just as it is. Because I think sometimes we're always trying to like reinvent the wheel rather than just being going, do you know what? No, I'm not accepting that. You know, as women, we deserve more respect. We're not sluts. I'm not going to try and empower the word slut. And, do you know what I mean? And obviously that's where we differ, but it's okay to have that difference. And again, it's, for me personally, I'm never going to look down on a woman who says, yeah, I'm a slut and so what? Do you know what I mean? Or this is me. I do me. Do you know what I mean? But for me, myself, I'm not going to use it the same way I wouldn't use the N word.
Really?
Yeah, 100.
Do you
not
know
even during hip hop.
I say, call me a slut, I dare you, I'm putting it in my bio. That's what I say.